Voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WWE Man. I am back with another video today. This is the Raw review. I'm going to make this short because there was a lot on Raw. Overall, a pretty good Raw. So our first segment was Banks and Charlotte. Banks made her, win speech, and Charlotte came out and interrupted Jericho. I was surprised to see Chris Jericho came out and said, Banks, you should not talk to Charlotte like that. He bashed on Sasha Banks a lot. Then Enzo Amore came out, flirted with Sasha Banks, and then started attacking Charlotte. Mick Foley then came out and then made a match, a mixed tag team match. Banks and Enzo versus, Jericho and Charlotte. Guys, I'm sorry my camera cut out there. So like I said, Jericho came out, started bashing on Charlotte, and then Enzo Amore came out, flirted with Sasha Banks, then started bashing on Jericho and Charlotte. And then Mick Foley came out. You heard the the sound, you heard his theme start playing, and the crowd was very electric. And eventually it turned into a mixed tag match between Jericho and Charlotte and Enzo and Sasha Banks. Jericho and Charlotte picked up the victory. A funny moment in this match, Jericho was hugging Charlotte because he was so scared. It was a funny moment. Definitely, it was hilarious. And then after the match, Big Cass came out after Chris Jericho codebreakered him. Codebreaker, Enzo Amore, then Big Cass came out and then he ran away. So that was definitely a fun match. And we had a squash match between Eric Rowan, guys. That's how tired I am. It's 10:21 Pacific time. We had a squash match between Braun Strowman and a local competitor. Braun Strowman won with the backwards chokeslam. Henry went to the Authority afterwards and said, I'm still here. I want something, I want to get in a match in here. And then, Stephanie was against it. But Mick Foley gave him a title shot for the United States title later that night. Golden Truth versus Primo and Epico, a.k.a. the Shining Stars. The Shining Stars picked up, I believe, their first victory because R-Truth was too busy looking for Pokemon. I think that they should just stop the whole Golden Truth thing because it's getting ridiculous. Just do something with them already. Baylor and Rollins promo is originally supposed to be Michael Cole interviewing Finn Balor. Balor, however you want to pronounce it. I pronounce it Baylor. Finn Balor promo is supposed to be Balor and Michael Cole, which I would hate to see, but then Rollins interrupted like 30 seconds into it. Thank God, and they had a really good promo. I'd never been a fan of Balor's promos, but now I am. It was actually a really good promo. Rusev and Mark Henry. Rusev, wow, he retained off the accolade. It was I knew Mark Henry was going to lose when he came out with the goofy looking, not goofy, it was the least goofy we've seen with Rusev in his United States matches, but when he came out with the United States, gimmick, you're like, he's going to lose, like they've done with everyone else. And then Reigns ended up coming out at the end, Superman punching him, and he had a sick red attire on. He picked up the United States title, and I think that's a perfect fit for Roman Reigns. It really brings something to the United States title. This is going to be punishment for Reigns. I know he's going to lose at SummerSlam. They're going to make a match he's going to lose because of the whole suspension. Titus O'Neil versus Darren Young. Make Darren Young great again. I actually like it, but I won't go into that. Titus O'Neil win. I think he's going to turn heel. He acted very heelish. Back where I was. Sorry, my camera cut out. Titus O'Neil was acting very heelish in a sense. And then afterwards, they had their little backstage brawl where Titus O'Neil was talking bad to Coach Bob Backlund, and Darren Young punched him. Then we had a squash match between Nia Jax and a local competitor. Nia Jax won. It was actually, I thought, entertaining. Nia Jax, people might judge her off for looks, and she's not the women's wrestler or a diva. You know what? She is the best women's wrestler on the roster right now, no matter her looks. She is the best women's wrestler on the roster. She has turned into one of my favorite women's wrestlers on the roster, and I think she deserves to be in WWE, and she should go after the women's championship. Then we had the New Day versus the Club with Xavier Woods banned from ringside. The New Day picked up the win off of rolling up Carl Anderson. I think, don't quote me on it, but then afterward, the club absolutely destroyed the New Day. It was it was very brutal attacking. And we had Sheamus versus Cesaro for a future title shot, which implies that the Universal Championship or the United States Championship, this probably will be forgotten. Cesaro picked up the victory, which I thought could have been, maybe they could have stole the show, but they ended up having a lackluster match. But like I said, Cesaro did pick up the victory. Rollins versus Sami Zayn. I actually didn't stick around to see too much of this match. I saw about halfway through. I saw the pinfall and about halfway through the match. It was actually a really good match for, what I thought it was going to be. They've had Zayn and Rollins. I think it was their second or third time fighting. But, it was a good match, and it was making Rollins look good, essentially. Then we had the Brock Lesnar promo with Paul Heyman. He is not signed with WWE, but I guess he was back. And Paul Heyman said a lot of questionable stuff. He put on a great promo out there. And at the end, definitely the memorable moment is he said, "You will not get one RKO on Brock Lesnar," and then out of nowhere, Randy Orton came in, RKO Brock Lesnar. Is a terrific RKO. Camera work was a little bad on it, but it was really cool. And it really felt like the wars were starting to begin with SmackDown's first shot at Raw. I'm sure we're going to see something happen tomorrow at SmackDown, but guys, great Raw. It feels like the wars are starting, man. But that's it, guys. I wish what they would do, though, my one demand would be that they would start showing the ratings. That'd be cool. And see who wins, merch sales and all that good stuff. But guys, this has been a Raw review at 10:31. This took me like 5 cuts because my camera keeps on dying. But guys, thank you for watching the review, man. Like this video and subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.